Would you dare to abandon hundreds of millions of dollars in just a single night in exchange for something that money cannot buy? Simon Cowell did that, startling the entire world. Standing at the pinnacle of power, he held the life and death power over the careers of countless stars in his hands, but a tragic medical diagnosis regarding his only son completely shattered the pre-mapped future. Amidst the peak of fame, a shocking decision was made in the shadows, making the entertainment industry hold its breath in anticipation. Right now, let us together explore the truth behind this turning point. February 2014 marked a systematic turning point regarding the personal life and career orientation of Simon Cowell when his son, Eric Philip Cowell, was born at Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City, USA. This was the result from the relationship between Simon Cowell and his partner, Lauren Silverman, immediately attracting massive attention from global news agencies, creating a wave of dense news reporting across mass media when one of the entertainment industry's most powerful and long-standing single figures officially stepped into the role of fatherhood at the age of 54. The child was named after Simon's late father, Eric Cowell, who passed away in 1999, a detail carrying deep symbolic meaning about the generational connection within the family and serving as a milestone that completely reshaped the personal value system of this music producer after decades of focusing solely on commerce. The appearance of the new member immediately created direct impacts on the strictly programmed working model and living habits of Simon Cowell. In the subsequent months following the birth of his son, exclusive interview news reports recorded a clear shift in his personal priorities, from maximizing commercial profits and expanding the television production network to properly allocating time budgets for family care activities at his residences in London and Los Angeles. People magazine recorded Simon's rare introspective sharing during this period about his actual feelings when holding his son in his arms for the first time and facing the reality of parenthood. "I was truly surprised by the deep affection for my child right from the very first minute, an experience completely different from every commercial achievement, making everything revolving around work secondary." This change did not just stop at the level of personal emotions, but was also reflected through adjustments in the production schedules of Psycho Group's reality television programs. Simon began proactively negotiating with major broadcast partners such as the ITV channel in the UK and the Broadcasting Network System in the US to adjust the filming timeframes for new seasons of music competition format programs, aiming to ensure sufficient time to travel between filming locations and personal living spaces beside his son. The use of private jets during this period did not just serve business strategy meetings, but was primarily redirected to travel quickly between international film sets and family. Longtime associates in the industry recorded a significant decline in the habit of working through the night and meetings extending into the early morning, replacing that move with the establishment of strict time management principles aimed at protecting stability for the child's developmental environment during early life. Although still maintaining large-scale entertainment projects, the birth of his son completely transformed Simon Cowell's worldview, transforming paternal love into a deep sensitivity before the pain of other children. From a man worshipping commercial power, he began stepping out of the ivory tower of glory to directly face a most fragile and heartbreaking reality: the boundary of life and death of tiny, living souls. The struggles over life and existence. The significant and transformative period of 2017 truly marked a critically important transition step in Simon Cowell's extensive community outreach activities when he officially assumed the prestigious role of patron for Together for Short Lives, which stands as the leading charitable organization in the United Kingdom, specializing in supporting distressed families with young children suffering from critical and life-limiting medical conditions. This monumental decision not only carried profound social symbolism, but also deeply stemmed from the genuine practical experience and profound empathy of a devoted father, currently directly raising a young child in a bustling modern urban environment. Through the structured system of this organization, Simon began conducting regular direct and heartfelt visits to specialized palliative care centers and pediatric specialty medical facilities scattered across England, where he closely observed complex treatment conditions and personally contacted vulnerable young patients fighting day and night against rare neurological, developmental, and severe genetic disorder syndromes. The deeply moving practical experience acquired at these specialized medical facilities created overwhelmingly powerful impacts on the psychological state of the seasoned television producer, placing him face-to-face with the most fragile hidden corners of human life that blinding commercial glory often completely obscures from view. Completely different from the tense, high-pressure, and glamorous atmosphere characteristic of commercial reality television studios, the sobering environment encountered at children's hospitals fundamentally demands deep emotional empathy and a realistic view of biological limits. In an exclusive interview broadcasted on the BBC News Agency, when discussing his charitable activities and meaningful fatherhood experiences, Simon Cowell shared candidly and openly about his deepest inner concerns and anxieties. The biggest fear for any parent is having to face the fragility of their children's lives, a brutal reality that no asset or fame can conceal. Simon's active participation in the pediatric medical field did not just stop at superficial public appearance activities in the capacity of a traditional brand ambassador. Far behind the sparkling scenes, he directly allocated significant financial resources drawn from his own personal assets to generously support vital medical research funds, sponsor specialized high-tech equipment for intensive care units, and maintain an intensive psychological support system for disadvantaged families. Equipped with a practical and pragmatic management mindset, he focused entirely on achieving concrete, measurable effectiveness, instead of engaging in cumbersome promotional campaigns. These quiet, silent contributions not only strongly reinforced the fragile medical support network across England, but also fundamentally reshaped his entire living value system, helping him step far outside the narrow borders of the purely commercial entertainment industry. Through this remarkable evolution, Simon's public image officially shifted from a powerful, hard-edged commercial judge to a dedicated social activist deeply concerned with pressing public health issues, marking an essential and decisive stepping stone before major physical upheavals continued to appear and completely reshape his entire future trajectory. Severe injury. August 2020 marked the most severe and harrowing physical crisis in Simon Cowell's entire life, when he encountered an unexpected and dangerous electric bicycle fall accident right at the courtyard of his private home in Malibu, California State, USA. The unfortunate incident occurred on August 8th when he was actively testing a new high-performance electric bicycle model. Without fully complying with proper technical safety inspection measures, leading to a strong, violent fall, causing extremely severe damage to his spinal section. Comprehensive medical news reports and clinical medical records widely published at that time officially confirmed that Simon suffered multiple broken cervical and back vertebrae, forcing him to undergo a complex 6-hour emergency surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, during which skilled neurosurgeons had to proceed with implanting a sturdy metal rod along the spine to fix the crushed bone segments. This traumatic accident event occurred right during the period when the COVID-19 pandemic was developing extremely complexly on a global scale, creating a heavy double pressure weighing heavily on both the physical health status and the mental well-being of the veteran television producer. The direct consequence from the severe back fracture injury forced Simon Cowell to immediately withdraw from all scheduled live television program recording commitments, including the knockout rounds of the Britain's Got Talent program in the UK, and the key judge chair position at the America's Got Talent program in the U.S. The sudden and unexpected absence of this powerful figure forced the television station organizers to rapidly mobilize emergency replacement judges like Ashley Banjo or Kelly Clarkson to fill the large vacancy on national television waves throughout that entire season's duration. The post-operative recovery period, lasting for many consecutive months, required Simon to strictly adhere to the physical therapy regime, limit all vigorous movements to the maximum, and spend all his time isolated at his private residence for medical treatment under the close care of relatives. This mandatory silence completely severed the high-intensity work rotation, lasting for over 3 decades, bringing him into an involuntary quiet rest state, but opening up an opportunity for deep contemplation regarding the biological limits of the human body. Conversing with the Sun newspaper, he shared about the decision to change his lifestyle. "That is an expensive lesson when the body forces you to stop. I realized I pushed myself past the limit, and a healthy lifestyle is no longer a choice, but a mandatory condition to continue living." He firmly decided to completely abandon unreasonable living habits, significantly cut down a large amount of stressful administrative work, transition to a scientific fiber-rich nutritional diet, and regularly maintain rehabilitation walking exercises under the close guidance of professional medical experts. The clear and visible shift in lifestyle style not only helped significantly improve the physical health condition, but also created a fundamental and profound change in the way Simon allocated time for his most important personal goals. The near-severe injury experience successfully forged a calmer, more deliberate Simon Cowell, one who truly knows how to appreciate the sustainable values of family life, creating a solid and wonderful premise for a surprising return on the small screen in subsequent periods. The new version of Simon Cowell. The present time brilliantly records clear and profound transformations in both the professional career and private life of producer Simon Cowell, simultaneously marking the explosion of false information across cyberspace related to retirement rumors. On online media platforms, many completely baseless rumors had extensively circulated, claiming that he was abruptly abandoning the television industry due to critical medical events within his family. Operational reality, right at the television studios, clearly records that Simon Cowell still steadfastly maintains a stable presence and firmly holds a pivotal role in major hit programs such as Britain's Got Talent, broadcasted on the ITV channel in the United Kingdom, alongside America's Got Talent, aired on the NBC system in the United States. His periodic presence on these famous hot seats strongly affirms his long-term commitment to the global entertainment industry, simultaneously shattering all groundless speculations regarding a permanent retirement that once appeared on cyberspace. Gone is the old image of the harshly strict judge, always ready to deliver sharp and bitter remarks, that once made his exclusive personal brand during the previous decade. Simon presently displays markedly greater gentleness, profound empathy, and patience, especially during the performances of young contestants or talented individuals carrying special circumstances on the grand stage. Aside from familiar television formats, Simon Cowell actively expands new creative projects within the music field and global talent-searching domains. In recent years, he has successfully launched large-scale artist selection campaigns in the UK and internationally aimed at discovering the next-generation boy bands, following the success of One Direction, marking a major milestone, returning to the traditional music headhunter role that he had painstakingly built through the Psycho record label. Simon's personal life during this period primarily revolves around the cozy homes located in London and Malibu, beside partner Lauren Silverman and son Eric. Reports and exclusive interviews featured in major newspapers like the Daily Mail or The Sun frequently record heartwarming images of a devoted father directly dropping off and picking up his child from school, participating in extracurricular activities, and enjoying peaceful weekend picnics together. In a recent sharing with the media regarding his current daily lifestyle, he strongly emphasized the absolute priority dedicated to his family. "Work used to be my whole world, but now seeing my son grow up every day and being present beside the family is the most accurate measure of success." This enlightened perspective completely reshapes his work schedule structure, effectively helping him establish clear boundaries between international television projects and his private living space at his residence. Instead of being constantly swept into the high-intensity work rotation continuously lasting 18 hours per day. Like in his golden age period, previously, he now proactively arranges a scientific timetable to closely accompany his son in everyday activities, ranging from supporting academic studies to weekend picnics across the UK and the US. This thoughtful adjustment helps his body maintain a stable physical state, maximally limiting any negative impacts stemming from the lingering sequelae of spinal injury following the severe electric bicycle accident that occurred in Malibu back in 2020. To fully understand this spectacular transformation and the courageous decision to let go of that intense glory, we must now turn back time, returning to previous decades, where this ambitious man once built a giant entertainment empire by sheer coldness and the most unyielding iron principles. The Mask of the Mogul. Before becoming the power symbol of the global entertainment industry, Simon Cowell's career started from the lowest steps in the British music market. In May 1980, he accepted the position of a mailroom clerk at EMI Music Publishing Corporation thanks to family acquaintances, before quickly transferring to the Artist Search and Development Department. Recognizing large commercial potential, he, together with partners, founded the independent record label Fanfare Records, specializing in producing mass music products and television background music. A fateful turning point came in 1989 when he joined BMG Records in the capacity of a dedicated artistic consultant. Here, Cowell created the first commercial push, when signing contracts with the television actors duo Robson and Jerome. Their debut single immediately sold over 2 million copies in the UK, holding the chart champion position for many consecutive weeks, and bringing a massive source of profit, creating a solid financial foundation for later breakthroughs. Success from the traditional music market created a springboard for Simon Cowell to step into the reality television field, where he directly established a commercial empire worth hundreds of millions of dollars. In October 2001, he collaborated to develop the Pop Idol program format in the UK, attracting over 10 million views per broadcast episode. Immediately afterward, the adapted version American Idol officially debuted on the Fox network system in January 2002, quickly becoming a global mass culture phenomenon with peak live audience viewership reaching over 30 million people per night. Continuing the chain of successes, he successively launched The X Factor and Britain's Got Talent through Psycho Entertainment Corporation. These programs quickly achieved record viewership ratings on the Fox and ITV channels, laying a solid foundation for the commercial music talent searching model on a global scale. On the hot seats of top reality television programs, including American Idol, The X Factor, and Britain's Got Talent, Simon Cowell shaped a rigorous, blunt, and direct judging style. The image of the judge wearing a dark t-shirt, crossing arms across the chest, and giving sharp professional assessments became a recognized symbol on international television waves for many years. Financial reports and television industry statistics recorded that the program system managed and produced by him brought a revenue source of hundreds of millions of dollars each year from international broadcast copyrights, commercial advertising contracts, and the release of million-selling albums for renowned artists directly discovered and trained by his record label like Leona Lewis Westlife or One Direction. The pressure to maintain market-leading position demanded a dense working intensity with intercontinental business trips between London and Los Angeles, prolonged strategic meetings, and direct control over every production operation stage, from the contestant casting phase to broadcast editing. The management model of this entertainment empire set rigorous standards for perfection and commercial efficiency, maximally limiting the indulgence for substandard artistic products. In an interview published on The Guardian newspaper, Simon Cowell once gave a specific assessment regarding the organization's operating motto: "This empire is built on perfection and cold decisions. Any leniency can destroy everything we have built during all those years." The operational structure concentrating power in Simon Cowell's individual person ensured absolute synchronization in every project deployment stage. From approving artist contracts, selecting broadcast formats, to copyright commercialization strategies, every decision had to comply with strict verification standards set by himself to optimize profits. Looking back at that powerful past and those iron principles, one can see that even a mogul, seemingly knowing only commercial numbers, would also soften and change before the sacred power of paternal love. The transformation from an icy symbol into a calm father is the clearest evidence showing that when standing before life's crossroads and upheavals, family affection is always a solid harbor and possesses the power to heal all wounds. Simon Cowell's current image completely fails to match retirement scripts or false rumors spreading on social media, but is the portrait of a veteran producer who has found a sustainable balance point between a massive career legacy and devoted fatherly responsibility. From a cold, powerful symbol shaping the entire global entertainment industry to a calm father, Simon Cowell's journey closes with a deep message about sacrifice and the true value of familial affection. If you feel this story brings valuable perspectives, do not forget to press the like button, share the video to those interested, and subscribe to the channel to accompany us in subsequent in-depth reports. Thank you for your attention and tracking. Goodbye, and see you again.